Dr. Palmer, I'm curious because even with someone who's not suffering with this, right, it's already hard to talk to a teenager about anything, right? Anything emotional or anything difficult. How do you even start this conversation without making things worse?
That's a really great question. It's something that a lot of parents struggle with, trying to figure out how to help someone with an eating disorder, because it can be very touchy. The more they talk about food, sometimes the worse it gets and the more the symptoms exacerbate. So I would just say, if you're having trouble with that, to consult with a mental health professional to figure out, the best way to go about this, and to maybe get your child or your loved one in for an assessment and strategy session to see what the best, avenue would be, to help them, because they can often be very resistant. Eating disorders, like I said before, are a coping mechanism to deal with stressors. So if the person doesn't have the coping mechanisms in place to deal with the stresses of their life and their traumas, they're going to turn to it, and it can be very dangerous.
Absolutely. This is one of those things where you want to make a move, right? Take action, but make sure it is an informed one. And as you mentioned, go to an expert to find out the best way to approach things. Dr. Lisa Palmer, a psychotherapist, thank you so much for speaking with us this morning. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Steve, send it over to you.
Still to come, the new service that lets you swim